Good morning, Tom. It's Friday the 12th of December. It's about 8:10 in the morning. It's a very drizzly, cloudy, damp, miserable sort of a day here today. And as you can see, Anne and I have got the car back after nearly 3 weeks. As you can recall, it let us down just before Christmas and ended up going to the Seat dealers in Hessel near Hull for repair. We got a telephone call saying it was ready, and so Anne and I went by train yesterday to Hull, where we were picked up by our daughter Claire, who took us to Hessel, and we picked the car up. Prior to that, we got a phone call on Monday of this week from the chief engineer, who said they'd found the problem, and would you believe it turned out to be rodent damage. So Mr. Rat has not just been nibbling the nuts and the seed off the bird table, which of course I filmed a few weeks ago, but it also decided to take his hoard into the engine bay of our car, which I shall go up and show you exactly what he did. So as I can get down here, it's not easy to see, but round about this area here we found bits of nut that is left. I think there are little bits there that you can see, but they're right down between those two pipes actually. So what he'd done, the car is parked on this side bit here off the drive, and of course just across here is where the bird table was. Now I took the bird table up the other day once I found out what the problem was, but the bird table was just the on side of this little bush just there, which of course I filmed on various occasions when the sparrows have been feeding. So he's been getting the nuts off the table and walking across to the car. He's got in by going up this near side front wheel, under the wheel arch, and into the engine bay. So he's been sat in there eating the rest of his nuts, but not only that, he had to go at our wiring as well. So he started down here behind this piece of equipment there, and also in this area here and under the battery. So you'll see the damage done by the accompanying photos that I will send. But all that wiring there, I'm sorry it's a bit dark, but it's a dark morning, and I'm filming it now because Anne's got to go out this morning. So all that had to come out behind there and to get to the wiring. So all that now has been repaired, and he'd actually gone through 10 wires, completely disabling the car. I've never known anything like this before outside. I mean, I think you can maybe remember me mentioning just prior to me selling the Rolls Royce that I'd caught 7 mice in the garage, and we have 2 traps in there permanently set to prevent this sort of thing from happening. I would never ever have expected it to be for this sort of thing to happen outside. All this wiring down here has been replaced. Where that black box is, all that had to come out, and a new loom put in there. Dave Kemp, the service guy who was talking to us, said we'd been very, very fortunate that it hadn't actually shorted out some condensers. I don't understand the technicalities of cars nowadays, but he said if that had have happened, we could have had a bill of maybe £18,000. You would have been talking about whether it was debatable whether or not to even have it repaired. So that's the seriousness of it all, really. You know, we were very fortunate that didn't happen. So that is chapter 2 of Mr. Rat and the bird table incident. I didn't realise at all that this was happening at the same time. So he's had nuts for the main course, and now a wiring for dessert, I think. But thanks to him, we ended up totting up what it had cost us in money. So from having the car sent through to Hessel on a transporter, we had that to pay for. The repair itself, the train fares, etc. We've just parted with about £600, which I think we were very, very, very fortunate. I think they've done a sterling job at SEAT in getting it back on the road, because it has been a degree of detective work. They'd repaired some, tried to start the car, it wouldn't go, and they've carried on until they've finally got the whole lot sorted out, because it'd just been running rampant under this engine bay. So it just goes to show. So there we are. The bird table is now, of course, as I say, has been removed. I can't afford to have that again. So I've bought myself a bird feeder which will go at the front. Just hang the feeders on. I shan't have loose nuts and stuff like that anymore. So a lesson to be learnt. You just don't know. You just don't know what these little creatures are up to. So there we are. I'll get the accompanying photographs for you to look at, and that's it. So I will sign off now and catch you later. Bye.